Here is Joy Reid, again, a cut from her own show where she has a very smart man on, Christopher Rufo, an expert works at the Manhattan Institute, an expert on critical racism theory. He's been doing yeoman's work exposing this racist, destructive, basically, it's a white supremacist type ideology, critical race theory. Oh my gosh, Dan, you can't say that. No, it's true. The things white supremacists believe in, racial supremacy, judging people by the color of their skin, are the exact same things critical race theory teaches. It's a fact. Okay, I'm sorry if it's uncomfortable. But here's the hilarious part. This is another cut, different one from the one we played yesterday. There are two things in this cut I want you to pay attention to. Three things. First, Joy Reid getting wrecked, which is always hilarious. She's the third dumbest person in media, the bronze medal winner in the Dopey Olympics. Second, how Rufo exposes her for playing the euphemisms game, the word dance. How liberals, whenever they realize they're caught, global warming, when the globe didn't warm, they just started calling it climate change. They just changed the names. Liberalism became progressivism when everybody started realizing how destructive liberalism is. They do this name dance. Joy Reid isn't even aware of the name dance and isn't even aware of what critical race theory is. Pay close attention to part 3, where she says, no, intersectionality and critical race theory are totally different things. And Rufo's like, no, it's the same thing. Watch this, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. Check this out.
You played my highlight reel. Give me a chance to respond.
And you
that's absolutely
stuff
wrong.
It all into critical race theory, right?
What I don't think is right is that forcing 8-year-olds in Cupertino, California to deconstruct their racial identities and then rank themselves according to power and privilege. It's intersectionality theory, which was invented by Kimberly Crenshaw.
That's intersectionality. It's a separate thing.
Which is part of critical race theory.
No, it's not, dear.
You had her on your show. You know this.
Yeah, she invented both things. Line, Joy. She invented both things.
What you've done in tonight's segment is exactly what I'm fighting against. I'm fighting against the manipulation of language. I'm fighting against language.
You're fighting against wokeness, and you don't like corporate wokeness, etc. I get it.
Not at all.
So intersectionality, Joy Reid is suggesting, which is, again, another just name change euphemisms game for teaching people to be racist and judge them by their race. Joy Reid just said it. Guys, you heard it, right? It's not critical race theory. That's Joy Reid, who's too dumb on her own show to understand what critical race theory is, despite being an advocate for it. She's either too stupid or she's a liar. Folks, I literally went to my phone and I just put in a search engine, intersectionality and critical race theory. Here's a screenshot from my phone. Intersectionality, which emphasizes that race can intersect with other identities, such as gender and class, to produce complex combinations of power and disadvantage, is a key critical race theory concept. It's the first thing that comes up. This was legit from my phone. First thing, no scrolling, nothing necessary. That's a screenshot from my phone. I was downstairs getting my 14th cup of coffee for the show today. I like coffee a lot. My wife's Colombian, can't help it. And I'm listening to this cut as I sent it to them. And I know intersectionality is a component of critical theory and critical race theory. I know that because unlike Joy, I know what I'm talking about and she doesn't. She's a dunce. And I'm just laughing. And all she had to do during a break or even him was just go to her phone and put intersectionality and critical race theory. Would have shown you that, yes, these are tied together inextricably. You can't separate them. She doesn't even know that on her own show. What a humiliating embarrassment to the left this woman is. By the way, Joy, how's that FBI investigation going into your homophobic blog? Have we gotten the white supremacists yet who wrote that? Anyone? Have we found them? Any updates on that, fellas? Joe, have you heard anything?
No.
Joe, do me a favor. I'm going to assign you responsibilities here outside of production. You're now an investigative reporter as well. I want you to stay on that story. It's going to take a lot of time. If you hear anything on the FBI investigation of Joy Reid's homophobic blog, will you please come on the show and do a reporter hit?
Yeah, I sure will. Yeah.
Yes, I will. Pay them more. Pay Joe more. I'll give him a mic tent, too. He can hold the microphone like a professional. Yeah, this is Joe Omercuz for the Dan Bongino Show. I'd like to report on the homophobic blog investigation of the FBI of Joy Reid. We have located the suspects. Shockingly, they're in Joy Reid's house. Unbelievable. There's FBI raid coming right now. That would be the greatest segment ever. So, Joe, that's his new assignment.
Thank you.